Okay, and I do believe we are live right now. Oh, all right. So, just a few days ago, I'm on the Facebook Dual Sport page, and in the comment section, Jarrett posts a picture of what I believe to be one of the coolest unicorn builds, and it's right here. It's this Ninja 500R, and I'm gonna let him actually go over some of the details of what he did with it, why he did this. But what was really cool about it was I looked up the original specs of the bike, and it goes beyond what common A2 regulations will allow people allow manufacturers to do, which is you can exceed the power to weight ratio. The bike itself takes a lot of mechanical know-how, I'm sure way beyond what anything that I would have. But I brought Jarrett in to talk about everything and go over everything, discuss why he got there with it, and let everybody kind of get a good picture of what's going on here. But I do believe that this is someone that is pretty much building their unicorn bike. So, Jarrett, welcome. And if you want to get started, just kind of tell us what you got going on here and explain like how you sort of came to this conclusion to add this bike and build it the way you did.
So I'm sure.
Oh no, it sounds like we might have lost you on the audio there for a second.
Hello?
Oh, yeah, you're back.
All right. So sort of to roll back a little bit, um, I sort of did a build similar to this a couple years ago. First, I sort of just threw tires on a Ninja 500, sent it down some dirt roads, had a little fun with it. Overly ambitious for the time, my knowledge load. Just front end swap the bike.
Yeah.
Ended up like at first, it was a cool like gravel road beater that I could take down the highway, whatever. But then after the fork swap, I did just the fork swap and wasn't really happy with it because I mostly rode like a cruiser. It's because I didn't do any rear suspension stuff as well. But a quick little unit. But anyway, fast forward to like last year, I sort of the gravel road ideas, whatever. To back to the street for a little bit. And then fast forward to last year, I started riding a lot of like BDR type stuff, gravel roads. My best friend that I ride with all the time, he has a Tenere. I have a KLR. Don't really keep up too well with each other. Um, he's able to hoon around at the speeds I can floor it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, because I know a lot of people that's what they usually go to right after they sell a KLR, and they'll usually go get a Tenere. I've seen that a lot on the forums.
Oh yeah, 100%. People expect what they expected out of the KLR in the first.
Right.
Some very talented rider can ride it like a trailer should,
Yeah. Yeah.
like a
Like a Paul Torres getting on there and jumping over like a 16 foot tall shed or something like that.
yeah, because the someone in the ad can do it. They were sort of expecting more out of the 3 KLRs in the first place, and I have no complaints on mine. Honestly, I 100% knew what I was the KLR.
The capability wise. See, I've made the opposite mistake actually before, and I've bought a VFR 1200X Cross Tour, and I was like, I'm gonna be so badass on this thing, and it's gonna go through so much mud, all 620 pounds of it. And I actually like thought that
Uh,
I could, yeah, I actually thought I could ride that way, and then I found out very quickly that that was not the case. But I bought into the hype.
no.
You were smart and actually knew ahead of time. But I do think that they market it, and they market it way beyond the skill of the average rider. I'm glad you highlighted that because what you're building here is actually it's a very good fingerprint of you as a rider too. I think too. You're kind of building it to where you're at, you know. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I've had more off-road experience than the KLR. I used to have a very well set up DRZ.
Oh
Whole
yeah.
another sour topic
Right, right. I
for everyone right now.
understand. Yeah,
But
yeah. Oh, the new cost being
go ahead.
8,999 and a second mortgage and a carton of eggs. Yeah. I
Sort
think
of insane, but hey.
yeah. Well, no, I definitely do like it. I think the audio may be a little bit patchy, but I think I'm still hearing you pretty good. Just double checking. Um, but yeah, I've got these great shots of the bike. So you said the YZ front end on it, is that correct?
Yeah, it's a 2003 YZ 250 front end.
Okay.
I think they're a very low level Showa, if I remember correctly.
All right. And then on the
I don't
rear,
know offhand.
and so I wanted to do it where I know you're gonna have the rear on before too long, and you got a few other things you're doing. I know power wise, we were talking earlier offline about power wise. Um, the power that this bike makes, what I was seeing for that bike, let me see, I had it on here. Was it O2 Ninja? Yeah, at the wheel, it's like 50 at the wheel. Um, and it's getting decent torque too around. I've got it actually displayed up on the screen, but you nailed it on the weight, 388 pounds, which is incredibly light for that amount of power. We were talking about as far as keeping up with the 10 array and stuff. But I've seen those YZ swaps on a lot of bikes. Like I know in the DR world they're doing a lot of that too. They get the bike and I think they buy it thinking that they can do like in the TV ad and then they can't. So you're kind of smart going ahead and doing it, building it based off of the capability that you want. But the
Yeah, and I know in
Mhm.
like the form that it's going to be in for a hot minute, like it's going to be very soft. I want to sort of shake down a lot of excuse me,
Yep.
basics. Like, just make sure everything's going to work together the way I want. I know the Ninja Master Cylinder and the YZ Master Cylinder, they're different bores, so it's the front end feel isn't gonna be, optimal right away.
Oh yeah.
I just sort of need to dial in how everything feels together. Um, Otherwise, the caliper though, I was surprised is a pretty similar spec, and rotor is I think a 10 mil difference. I think Ninja's 280, the YZ is a 270, but larger tires, so
Oh yeah. I'm just
different
now looking
leverage
at
ratio,
that.
all that.
Oh yeah, and then you got the rear end. So another thing I want to do is as you progress with this, I want to keep adding more material like when we get some film of it or some new footage or as you make a next step on it. I kind of want to think of this as a part one of this video because the KLE is going to come out and it's going to be interesting to see because this is you're building essentially the bike that everybody wants, but you're building it for yourself now. You're not waiting on anybody. You're not waiting on a manufacturer. So that's the whole intrigue of
Yeah,
it, you
and
know.
the sad thing is about it, as is the story with a lot of vehicles in the US, you get the cool models.
Right.
This bike exists already in a similar fashion.
Yeah,
Um,
we're not getting the cool
90
stuff over
to
here.
no, we never do.
Yeah, we don't get the V-Strom 250. We don't get any of the stuff, the KLE 500 or any of that. I mean, now we're finally getting it because they're seeing that there's demand. But yeah, that's a good point. Huh.
um, but there's parts from the older model KLE 500 that I need to on for the final build. Spoked rear wheel, the same spec. A lot of like the little maintenance stuff, like the Ninja cables, they're super short. I can't use Ninja cables. I need to order. I can try Vulcan 500 cables, um, but that I think requires me to use a different switch housing, which I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Um, but KLE and Ninja 500 cables are 100% swap over. They are just lengths. So like stuff like that, I know I need the choke lever cable. The 500 has the choke up on the left side handlebar.
And I think you're gonna get a
So like
lot of reactions from people when you drive it anywhere, especially in the adventure bike world. But when you go anywhere, people are gonna like they're gonna have a lot of questions for you when you pull up at like an adventure bike or a dual sport, group ride. Uh,
on
people,
my Ninja.
right. It's like the Ninja, the brand new Ninja, the Enduro Ninja that just came out. But no, I did want to say, man, like thank you though for getting in the Discord and sending me all this because this is certainly thank you for letting me talk to you about the bike, but also when it comes out, I'm guessing so you'll be building it throughout this year, just kind of taking your time with it and giving us updates.
uh, yeah, that is a no on taking my time. I'm trying to rush this, John.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying to
All right.
have it done soon. Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. That makes that's actually great news. Okay. Then that okay, so
Yeah, I'm hoping to have it ready for the Pennsylvania riding season.
oh, nice, dude. All right. And when is that? About May probably or April?
Accepted, is May, but I ride much as I can, so my season would
Yeah,
stop. It's as long as the roads are dry.
I feel you. Okay.
It's not 15 degrees, probably in.
Yeah, where you get that the longer. See, down here, we had snow 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, and then like I think 2 weeks after that, it was 82 degrees, and it was disgusting, and we were getting bit by mosquitoes. And then it's back being cooler again, but it's all over the place. We have a very ADD weather system down here. It's more ADD than myself, in fact. But
This
um,
year's just been funky for that, regardless.
and that's a curse that in the north a lot of people have that because when I rode on snow I thought well this is easy and then about 2 hours later when it turned into ice I realized why y'all don't ride in snow because the minute that packs down and gets hard you're not doing anything on that. um
Yeah, I've tried actually. So there was a couple options from Midas dedicated snow tire
mm,
and a portable one, and I've tried them before, and they are great for 50, 100 miles, but as soon as you start touching pavement, they are gone.
oh so you can't do the
You
transition
lose.
ride, okay. I gotcha.
Yeah, you have to stay on,
Right.
a packed surface at least.
You have to have like a snowmobile or an ATV out there then I would imagine.
And I refuse to own either.
Okay. You gotta stay on two wheels, huh? No, I could totally
If it's
respect
that
that.
bad out, there's a Denali.
Right. Yeah, true story. Well, see, down here it's a treat for us, but this build though, man, I can't wait for you to show a little more to everyone once you get it going. But I'd certainly thank you for coming on here, and I'm looking forward to what you got coming next with it. Also, this is kind of this is my first time interviewing anybody about anything. But I will have some more stuff coming up with the TM40 and the BST40. But Jarrett, I have to say, man, like I wished I had your know-how. Because I would love to be able to tinker at this level. This is certainly top tier to me. I'm pulling up a photograph of your buddy who helps you. But thank you. I got your pit bull in there or your Stafford. But thank
Staffy, yeah.
yeah, yeah, I got him in there. But thank you so much, and we will be in touch soon, and we will be seeing more from you. We'll stay online afterwards, but thank you so much, everybody that's here and tuned in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. If you like what you see, you want to learn more about Jarrett's bike, more is coming. He is going to be working fast at that, like he said. So please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.